Have you ever wondered why owls look the way they do? With those enormous eyes, that short little neck, and those quiet, earthy feathers? Well, the Iroquois people of North America have a fascinating story about it, a tale of creation, patience, and one very eager owl. Let's travel back to a time when the world was new and the great creator, Rono, was busy designing all the animals. In the beginning, the world was a canvas, and Rono was the master artist. He was crafting each creature with care, giving them unique gifts and appearances. One day, he announced a grand event. He called all the animals to a special gathering, telling them he would be handing out their final features, their colors, their songs, their special abilities. He told them to find a comfortable spot, sit patiently, and wait for their turn. The animals were buzzing with excitement. The forest floor was a tapestry of creatures, all waiting to see what they would become. The bear, the deer, the fox, the squirrel, everyone was there. Among them was the owl. Now, back then, the owl didn't look like the owl we know today. He was just a basic bird shape, waiting for his finishing touches. And he was incredibly impatient. As the sun began to set, Rono started his work. He called the brilliant blue jay forward and gave him his vibrant blue coat and his loud, confident call. He gave the cardinal his stunning scarlet red feathers, making him a flash of fire in the forest. The animals who received their gifts flew or ran off, overjoyed, showing off their new looks. The owl watched all of this, and his impatience grew with every passing moment. He fidgeted on his branch, muttering to himself, "When will it be my turn? I want to be the most beautiful, the most magnificent of all." Night fell, and the moon cast a silver glow over the forest. Rono worked tirelessly, giving the raccoon his mask and the fox his bushy tail. The owl, however, was getting more and more restless. He kept craning his long, graceful neck, trying to see everything, trying to push his way to the front of the line. "Me next. Me next," he hooted, though no one paid him much mind. Nearby, a small, timid rabbit was also waiting. The rabbit was quiet and humble. He had found a spot behind a log and was waiting calmly, trusting that the Creator would get to him when the time was right. The owl, seeing the patient rabbit, just scoffed. "Why wait? I deserve the best features, and I deserve them now," he thought. Determined to be seen, the owl stretched his neck as far as it would go, trying to peer over the other animals. He twisted it left, he twisted it right, again and again, hoping to catch Rono's eye. But in his frantic twisting, he pulled too hard. With a sudden, sharp snap, the owl's long, elegant neck shortened and became stuck. He couldn't stretch it out anymore. It was now a short, stubby neck, fixed in place. Panicked, the owl tried to twist it, but now his whole head had to turn with it. He had lost his graceful neck forever because he couldn't just sit still. But this mishap didn't teach the owl a lesson. It only made him more desperate. He thought, "My neck is ruined. Now I must get the most amazing eyes to make up for it." He flew closer to Rono's workstation, landing on a branch right above him, determined not to miss a thing. As the Creator worked through the night, the owl stared without blinking. He was afraid that if he closed his eyes for even a second, he'd miss his chance. He stared and stared, his eyes wide with anticipation and anxiety. He watched as Rono gave the deer its gentle brown eyes and the wolf its keen, intelligent gaze. The hours passed, and the owl's eyes began to ache. They felt dry and strained, but he refused to close them. Keep them open, he whispered to himself. "The biggest, brightest eyes are coming. I just know it." He forced his eyes to stay open so wide and for so long that they began to stretch. They grew larger and larger, bulging from his head until they became huge, round orbs. He had wanted amazing eyes, and now he had them, but they were almost too big for his face, a result of his own stubbornness. Finally, just before the first light of dawn, Rono looked up. He had finished with most of the animals. All that was left was a pile of plain, dull brown, and grey feathers. He saw the impatient owl with his short, twisted neck and his enormous, stretched-out eyes. He also saw the humble rabbit, still waiting patiently behind the log. Rono sighed. He looked at the impatient owl and said, "Owl, you could not wait. You twisted your neck until it broke, and you stared until your eyes stretched. You were too eager for glory." Rono took the leftover brown and grey feathers and tossed them onto the owl. "This will be your coat," he declared. "The color of dusk and tree bark, so you can blend into the night. And those big eyes you wanted so badly? They will be your gift and your curse. You will see clearly only in the darkness. The bright sun of the day will be too much for you. You will be a creature of the night. The owl looked at his dull, mottled feathers and felt a deep sense of regret. He had wanted to be the most spectacular bird, but his impatience had left him with a plain coat. Then, Rawno turned to the gentle rabbit. He smiled warmly and said, "You, little one, have shown great patience and humility. For your reward, I will give you the gift of speed." Rawno touched the rabbit's back legs, making them long and powerful. You will be able to escape from danger with incredible quickness. And because you waited so patiently through the night, you will be most active at dawn and dusk, the calmest times of the day. The rabbit wiggled its nose in gratitude and bounded away, a blur of motion. And so, the story goes, that is why the owl is as he is today. He has a short neck that makes his head swivel, huge eyes perfect for seeing in the dark, and feathers the color of the night forest. It's a powerful reminder from the Iroquois people that patience is a virtue, and that the best gifts come to those who wait with a humble heart. The owl, in his hurry for greatness, shaped his own destiny. And every time you hear a hoot in the quiet of the night, you can remember the story of the impatient owl who just couldn't wait. Thanks for watching and joining me for this ancient tale. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a like and subscribe for more stories from around the world. See you next time.